That's my garden in the background. You see, I caught a guy and he tried to kill me. If you're interested, charge him with attempted murder. If you're not, let him go. Okay? What's the problem? Why is the judge accepting a fake? This is a false charge. They filed false charges against the guy who assaulted me. Okay? They got a few good ones, but they filed false theft charges. Again, this is not a robbery. They're trying to make this look like a robbery. This guy tried to strangle me to death. So either you charge him with attempted murder or you let him go, because your little robbery charges, and then everything is going to tear the whole case apart. When I tear those robbery charges down, that's ridiculous. They're trying to pull some kind of crazy stuff on hoodoo voodoo and get this guy off on some kind of like uh, Hunter Biden get out of jail free card. He tried to murder me. He had his arm around my neck. He had his arm around my neck multiple times. How many times does he have to put his arm around my neck and choke me so bad I can't say anything anymore until you accept that he tried to murder me? How many times? One time? Two times? Three times? Because we were rolling around on the ground for quite a while. You know, he could have gotten off of me at any time. At every second I was trying to get away. I was looking for an exit. He would not let me go. He was holding me there, trapped, captive. Those are charges. Holding me against my will. False imprisonment. These are real charges that the district attorney did not even consider. And this is a ridiculous miscarriage of justice. And I hope, this gets out to people and they take care of this guy, because he is one sick bastard. And he's been stalking me. Let me tell you, he's been stalking me since like 2013, right after Michelle got murdered. This guy was on the streets. And it was this other guy named Poe, this big guy. He ended up losing a lot of weight on the streets. I don't know. Very strange situation. Why? How that occurred. Why? And these people were not who they say they were. They were lying to me the whole time, and I had to fight this guy in Anchorage already. And then at the in like neutral ground down at the shelter where there's 300 people, um, he was telling me like in detail about how he was going to use his ninjutsu training from the military and whatnot. I think he got dishonorable discharge. You can look this up. I didn't recognize this guy. I didn't know who he was at the time, but they can look this up. He was talking about how he was in the military. He was talking about how he did these crimes, and he was just flaunting like his criminal behavior in front of me, so I can sit here and I can list like certain crimes that this guy was committed in. But like I said, this was a long time ago, and this guy's been stalking me, and he's been hanging around Safeway for a week now at least, just like every day. Like every time I go to Safeway, he passes me twice. Okay, he goes into the store, comes out of the store, or he goes up the road and he comes down the road. But he's been passing me twice every day. And like to the point where like the day before this happened, it occurred to me I had mentioned to just turn, and like I hate talking to those people in there. They always get me in trouble. Like talking to them, saying, "Hey, you gotta like yell across. There's some weird guys out there, and you gotta like watch out for those guys because they're out there pushing carts and stuff." And like I literally warned him because I saw this guy. He had this funny jacket on. He's so thick, like he's wearing body armor. And it's so weird. And just really because he never said anything, and he never talked to nobody, and I never saw him with anybody that I remember. Well, I got to think about this some more because I remember in Anchorage, I believe I took him to mental health, so he's going to have some mental health statistics from. And maybe just thinking I'm talking out of my ass and I'm just making up stuff that might be random, but I'm talking about very specific things to identify that this guy was with me in Anchorage on the streets because he did something stupid and he blamed me for it. And I remember him saying how, trying to explain to me how it was my fault that like a ton of really bad stuff happened to him, like really bad. Like he lost thousands and thousands of dollars, and he blamed me for his losses, and so he was going to make me regret it or make it up by taking it out on me. And literally, he's been waiting this long. Like when he had me on the ground, he said, "It's a long time coming." That's what he said to me. And like I remembered his voice. And it's been starting to come back to me. I meet a lot of people in the streets. I help a lot of people. I took him to the shelter. He wasn't doing too good. His feet were all messed up. He tried keeping up with me on the streets. Not a smart thing to do. Your feet will rot right off. I take really good care of myself. I walk around every day, and I would make that route, like I said, every day. As you can see, I'm trying to get some food in me because my throat still hurts. I still have soreness in my chest days later. These muscles, oh, my pecs are just like so sore. I go and I get soda. I haven't thrown it all away. I'm too lazy. But I have a ton of soda bottles because I walk down there, and I just go and buy $1.50 soda and I walk home. I do this trek mostly the same path. There's 3 or 4 paths I can take, and I choose one of them and I take the path. And I just so happen to take this path where he was lying in wait in the woods. And he snatched that dog chain off there. I knew something was wrong. I was like a deer in the headlights. I messed up bad. I waited too long. He got too close to me. By the time I turned to run, he had me. And I was on the ground fighting this guy for my life while he was trying to strangle me with his arm around my neck. And he had a death grip or some kind of like ninja, like you're climbing a rope, grip around my waist with his legs. So I couldn't get away. I couldn't get up. I couldn't get off the ground. He was just going to wait me out. And so I started screaming for my life, hoping someone would hear me because I know there was no way getting out of this. I was screaming to my life. I already tried convincing him to leave me alone and go away. Like, go to the ATM, get some money, get away from him. Do anything I could do to try to get away from this guy. And he wouldn't stop strangling me over and over again. And I was losing it, man. I did not have the oxygen. I did not have the strength to keep going and keep fighting him. Okay? He was going to kill me, and he had things in his. He took my glasses off my face. He was going to stab me in the eyes with the scissors, wasn't he? I don't know. Getting in the mind of the criminal a little too much. That's my assumption. That's what I assumed he was going to do, to make sure I was dead. That's how you do it, right? Right? That's why you have scissors in their pocket. He had nothing but scissors in his pocket, and my phone, and like that. And he didn't picking up my phone after all these. That is called tampering with evidence. That is not theft. That is tampering with evidence. Picking up my phone that was laying in a crime scene that he created by attacking me. And so I spread all my stuff around trying to escape this guy. And I left a trail of debris, okay? Trying to save my life. I am just so amazed I am here to tell you the story, because this guy should have killed me. Somehow I beat the odds once again. You don't understand. It's insane.